The conference brings together over 300 delegates attending physically, while the other 4,000 participants are attending virtually. Inclusive African Conference taking place at JW Marriott Hotel, Nairobi, was officially opened by Honorable William Kabogo, who is the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Information, Communications and Digital Economy. He emphasized the importance of ensuring accessibility in all places. The theme of this year's conference is Accelerating Digital Accessibility and AI Solutions to Africa's Future. The 4-day conference is organized by Enable. In her welcoming remarks, Irene Barry, the executive director of Enable, states, and I quote, African digital infrastructure is being built right now, and we are here to ensure that it is built for everyone. Today is our second day at the conference, and we are learning about digital accessibility. Now, we have a special guest. He has just finished his presentation. His name is Rom Grover. He has ventured into inclusive design. We will know more after he has spoken to us. But he also owns a company that is called Instill. Welcome and tell us more about all this. Yeah. So I want you to tell us what what is your take concerning this session that we just finished.
Sure. So I believe a couple of things.
Yeah.
Here at Inclusive Africa, we're looking at technology and accessibility coming together. I believe that there's we need to focus on the vocal side first because vocal interfaces are coming, they're here, but we're using them in a very command way at the moment. So we tell the phone, hey, can you open my playlist? Hey, can you open this? But what's coming is what people want from the research I've been doing is they want a more conversational way of interacting with their device. So it's two things. Sometimes you want a command,
Yeah.
sometimes it's conversation.
Yeah.
So there's a huge opportunity here for Africa to leapfrog, to step beyond what other countries and companies are doing. Because, in Europe, the US, we're dealing with legacy systems, legacy technology. But here in Africa, the chance is to just build something new from scratch, just to build something that's better and build something that's different, that doesn't have all the mistakes of older technology or the limitations of older tech.
Just to take you back a bit, you can tell us your full names and organization you work with and
Sure.
exactly what you do in your organization.
Sure. So my name's Rama Garawa, and I do two things. One is I run my own company for 27 years now. I've been working in inclusive design.
Okay.
My company is called Instill, which stands for Instances of Inclusion, Love, and Leadership.
Nice.
And it works on two things,
Okay.
inclusive design and accessibility consultancy. So building on over 100 projects I've done and led. And the second thing is built off a book I wrote, came out last year on Penguin, called Creative Leadership.
Yes.
And that's about bringing more empathic and more creative leadership into the world. So leaders who are more open to accessibility and aging, etc. So
when
those are the two things.
Creative leadership.
Yeah.
Expound more on that. We used to different kind of leadership. But
That's
this
right.
Creative one, I'm interested to know more.
So
For the sake of our listeners.
It's a beautiful question.
Mhm.
Most of the leadership we are taught is very alpha dominant, few people leading, the loudest or the most educated.
Yeah.
But actually, all of us are born with leadership potential.
Yeah.
But many are excluded because they're female or they're male or because of color or because of education or background or your accent or your tone or your voice.
Or
And
your disability.
Or your disability. And this is the biggest one I was coming to, is we start to address leadership on all those fronts, but ability, disability is lagging behind, and we need to address this. So I came up with a model of leadership which is based on three human values that we all have, that we need to develop for being a leader, and that's empathy, clarity, and creativity. So
Empathy, clarity, and creativity.
so leadership isn't just about making the best speech or stealing the most money or
Like politicians.
yeah, you know, many of us, and I think the reason we're having this conversation is something I was saying in the presentation resonated with you, and I could see you smiling, and your smile resonated with me, and we met after. So why shouldn't leadership be like that? Why shouldn't it be connection and resonance, not telling people what to do, um,
Like
beating,
commanding,
yeah,
dictating,
yeah, command and control.
authoritative,
Why is it that?
roughness,
Yeah, why shouldn't it have a level of kindness? And so empathy is kindness,
Sure.
connectivity is your intellect. Sorry, clarity is your intellect, and your it's connectivity as well. And creativity is how you come up with solutions. So you don't just do the same mistakes that all the other politicians were doing, or all the other leaders, or all the other parents. Create, do something different.
Creativity.
So that's why you have those three.
So,
And it's head, heart, hand.
Okay. I wanted just to ask one thing.
Yeah.
Are there some people you've been nurturing, and are there results that you've seen that are really impressive?
Yeah. So personally, I think I've trained over 25,000 people in the world, and you see some incredible results.
In the world, so you go around the world or you train them
I've worked in 30 different countries,
Okay.
run workshops, training for companies. So you see things like design teams being more creative, 6 patterns coming out of a week-long workshop. But the biggest thing for me in human terms, so many people, my friend, turn around to me and say, I was told I could never be a leader.
Sure.
Your book, your work showed me that I can. And I'm like, so what is your job? I just got put in charge of a major airport in Asia. I've just been promoted to Dean of Design in a big university. I have
So
6,000.
Creating some self-esteem in people. You've
Yeah.
been you've been trying to create hope where
So it's,
people have made them to be hopeless.
yeah, so there's hope and then also faith.
Yeah.
So there's hope that there's a better world. That's the first thing. And then there's faith that it will happen.
Tomorrow will be better.
Yeah. So this book, this model gives you the faith. The hope is maybe hearing a talk. But for me, it's not, I don't feel like I give anyone anything. I just help them to the best version of themselves. I just help them to something that's in them already. But sometimes it's hidden. Like your teacher, I was told at school I'd never lead anything. I was too quiet, too shy, too academic.
Oh, you changed.
So
You are no longer quiet.
I grew. I'm still a very quiet person. So I love everyone at the conference.
Okay.
When I go back to my hotel room, I'm watching Netflix is my best friend. But it's understanding each person is a leader in their own right, and even seeing yourself and the work you do, you are leading people by sharing information, by doing this radio. That's a leadership role.
Sure.
Our grandmothers were great leaders,
They were.
but they were never called that.
God taught them leadership because
Yeah.
they did not go to university. They did not take any formal education.
No.
But they were wiser than us that are pretending to be educated.
Yeah, they say there's two things you should look out for in the world. One of them is just recently happening, and the other have been happening since humankind was happened. So the first is artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
The second, which has been going on forever, is natural stupidity. So you have artificial intelligence.
Say it again.
So
Natural
the
what?
two most dangerous, challenging things. The two challenges we face in this world are artificial intelligence and natural stupidity. One's just happening, and the other one's been around for a long time.
How can stupidity be natural? I thought it is just stupidity.
Yeah.
Natural stupidity and artificial stupidity.
I think now we're getting into an esoteric question. No, but I think my grandparents really had a lot to give us.
Sure.
They just ah,
Now, Inclusive African Conference 2026 that started yesterday at Marriott Hotel, Nairobi, is continuing. And today we are learning very, very nice things and very, very interesting things about disability inclusion. And by the way, did you know that this digital accessibility is a right? Now, let's start by saying that disability inclusion is essential to uplifting communities. Digital accessibility is a right. Communities should advance the fundamental human rights of persons with disabilities to digital access. Accessible technology is the way to go. For example, Chromebooks. This creates independency. Students or learners are able to read set books on their own, and this enhances better understanding as opposed to before where they needed assistance. Right now, they can just read on their own, no assistance at all. So, this is the way to go. Africa as a whole need accessible standards. Standardization body ARSO is pooling resources in looking at the standard together to enable Africa align as a continent. Mobile device must be accessible. There is a standard to guide this. African Organization for Standardization is verifying the right devices through certification and testing. It is estimated that by 2028 there will be an Android, and this Android will be highly accessible. How I'm happy and waiting to see this. Me and you, we will be able to use this accessible Android. A message to our users: don't be left out. Embrace technology. Don't be afraid to use the new digital gadget. Okay, still in JW Marriott Hotel, Nairobi, and in Enable Inclusive African Conference 2026 is going on. I'm joined by one of the students from USIU, and she's here. We want to ask her opinion about the conference. She's a lady with a disability, and let her hear from. Let us hear from her. First, tell us your name.
Hi, my name is Violet. I'm from Africa. Yeah.
That's nice. You attended this conference. What do you tell us what you've observed in this conference, and why do you think it is going to make an impact to your life as a woman with disability, as a young woman with disability?
Oh, thank you so much. Actually, I haven't attended the event from the first day. I just attended yesterday and today.
Okay.
And what I have learned have a lot of impact to me and to other fellows outside there because uh, most of the things that I saw or I have learned from yesterday, their assistive devices, we talk about the system, how we can build a system that will help people with disability. We also talk about the areas that are being created to help people with disability in navigate either the learning or through the job opportunity at the job places and many other places. So to me, mostly the AI is a very important system that we need to adapt as the youth of now because the world that we are living in right now, it is a world of digital technologies and a lot of things have to be done using the AIs and many other things. So I really took it as something good, and I also would like to take to tell other friends or colleagues who have disability from outside to learn and to get more about it. And actually, it will be good if we bring most people with disability to come and learn practically. Right now, I saw many African countries that are represented here, and it's really good because everyone is going back home with that knowledge that other countries, for example, let me say what Kenyans have done is not done maybe in Ghana, it's not done in South Sudan, it's not done in South Africa. So they will learn from each other and they will go and improve their system or the ways they do things to do with people with disabilities in the country. Thank you.
I do appreciate, but I remember you spoke about assistive device. As I look at you, you don't use any assistive device. Tell us, why did this discussion really touch you?
Oh, yes, I don't need any assistive device to use personally. But me, I'm a person with a meaning. I'm a disability facilitator back home in South Sudan. I work for people with disability. I advocate for them. So, any assistive device is something that I'm going also to teach other members who doesn't have who need that devices. You see, so I feel it is really something that touched me because I'm going to teach someone else and train other organizations. So it really touches me a lot.
You've mentioned Southern Sudan, and if I look at you, you are a learned young woman. So, what do you think is lacking in Southern Sudan in terms of disability etiquettes or disability awareness that you really want them to know about? Apart from that, I also want you to touch about the people with disability that are refugees, because the conference of yesterday spoke about this. Maybe you can mention a bit on your take about this.
Okay, mostly South Sudan has the youngest nation in the world right now. We have faced a severe war that have caused so many disability to people in South Sudan, especially during that fighting. There are those who have lost their arm, there are those who have lost their leg, there are those who have lost so many parts of their bodies, and that one caused disability to them. So, and because our system is not that stable, we're still struggling with disability, with awareness. Many families are hiding their children in the houses, they don't take them to school. So you will find that we have few individuals that have disability which are in school. So you see, it will really take South Sudan a longer period for them to have that awareness about disability and how we can be really inclusive. Actually, we are trying. We have a lot. Right now, we have a project on education cannot wait, and that one is really going so fast. And I see the governments are really responding to it. So it is something that we really need to do a lot. If we compare it to other countries in the world or within East Africa, South Sudan, we still have a lot to do.
And that's okay. I'm grateful that you are a young woman with disability and you have the heart for people with disability back in Southern Sudan. Now, tell us, you are studying in Kenya. What are you studying and which university are you?
I'm studying at USIU Africa, and I'm really focusing on international relations and mostly into diplomacy and foreign policy. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So you live in Kenya, you are not considered a refugee?
No, I'm not a refugee.
Okay, but you've seen people with disability that are refugees
Yes.
and you know nothing about their plight, what they're going through?
There's a lot. I can say there's some time I used to go to Kakuma to visit some family members there, and you have to learn to see how people are struggling, because if you go to Kambi or Kakuma, every school is not accessible as compared to this side of Kenya, because you will find that those who have physical disability, they can get wheelchair that they will use to go to school. Those who have hearing impaired, not all the teachers knows how to do the sign language. So those who have a visual impaired, they are no braille for them to learn. You see, so there's a lot that is happening in the camp, and find many of people who have disability, if you didn't get the scholarship maybe to come to the upper town to come and learn, it will be hard for them, and most of them are just at home.
Thank you so much, Asunta, for your time. Yesterday, we learned about refugees with disability and how they're struggling to live together with the citizens with disability and the discrimination they do face. And I'm very grateful that you are here and you want to bring a change to people with disability in Southern Sudan. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you too.
Hi everyone, a very good morning to you wherever you are. We are on our last day of the conference here in Nairobi Marriott Hotel, and the event started exactly at 9 a.m. with opening session. And right now, there are there are experts that are talking about various issues of disability. And right now, what we are doing is celebrating World Assistive Devices Day, our assistive technology, that is African startups transforming accessibility. We've already had the keynote address, and as we continue, I will keep you updated. But later, it is planned that later at around um, 11, there will be special launch of the Assistive Technology African Scoping Report. And we are waiting for this. And yeah, the weather is very good in Nairobi today. It is not cold. The conference is highlighting a lot of issues that are essential to people with disability together with the stakeholders. Later, I will be able to get interview with one or two stakeholders. Meanwhile, let's keep celebrating our our life as people with disability. And this is what I have to say for now. Keep on. I will be keeping you abreast with everything that is taking place here. Of course, I'm not alone. I'm with my fellow journalists with disabilities, and we are all working together, complementing each other, not competitors, but complementing. So, thank you so much. Later. Good afternoon, everyone. It is exactly noon, the East African time, and we are here at JW Marriott Hotel attending the Enable Inclusive African Conference 2026. And this is the last day. A lot is going on. And right now, the conference is still going on, and people are in different rooms, conference rooms. There is Mara 1, and there is Mara 2, and there is also Mara 3. So, in Mara 1, what is being discussed is designing for everyone the power of accessibility driven UX research, as you can see. Then there is also Mara 2 and there is also Mara 3. I'm just coming out of Mara 3, and what is coming out clearly in Mara 3 is that banking apps are not accessible to people that are blind. And there is one of the participants that have explained how he was conned at the ATM machine. He says that when they visit ATM machines, they need assistance to insert their PIN. So somebody pretended to help, and the person withdrew excess. So later he got a message that almost 18,000 Kenya shillings was lost. This is not very nice. So the banking sector need to develop an app so that people with blindness can be able to access their accounts without assistance, because you cannot store your money and somebody else is reaping where they did not plant. More to that, we have um, Taban. Taban is from South Africa Banking Association, and he says that They also know that some of the banking apps are not friendly to people with blindness, but their hands are tied because it is business and developing these apps require quite a lot of money. So he has actually admitted this, and that is what we are continuing to discuss now. And he also said very well that technology in Africa, there is availability, production, access pathways, and financing. This is what we are discussing, and participants are very active on this. Now, closing the digital financial gap, accessibility, AI, and the future, all this we are going to discuss together. So, I will keep you updated on whatever is taking place. I just ask that you also check our Facebook pages, you also check the tweets so that you ensure that you are missing nothing. We are here with my team. I've seen Karen, I've seen some other guys, and we are trying our best to ensure that even if you didn't attend, we bring to you the conference at your homes. Good afternoon, friends. I'm glad to inform you that right now it is 3:42 p.m. here in East African time, and the afternoon session is about to get finished. People are so excited, they're exchanging contacts, they're taking photos together because the conference is ending, and human capital is very, very important. I also like making friends. Now, as I said before, I just want to take you through the afternoon program, the way it was lined up. From 2:10 to 2:20 p.m., there was keynote AI for All, Building Africa's Accessible Digital Future. Then at 2:20 p.m. to 2:40 p.m., there was Mastercard Foundation EdTech Fellowship Showcase. Then 2:40 p.m. to 3 p.m., there was the business case for digital accessibility insights from Big Tech. Now, from 3 p.m. to 3:30 p.m., there was the state of mobile accessibility in Africa, opportunities for inclusive innovation. Now, right now, the program 3:30 p.m. to 4:10 p.m., which is now AI and accessibility in Africa. After that, there will be colorful closing ceremony. I'm looking forward to see, you know, something like fireworks. So we are still here. This is our last day here. A lot of excitement. We've learned a lot. We are sharing how the meeting could be better in future and best practices to be carried forward. Thank you, guys. Hi, so friends, I'm so excited. I'm here with a beautiful lady. She has been attending conference from day one. Now the conference has ended, and we want to get her overview analysis of the conference. So let me start by allowing her to introduce herself. Kindly tell us your name and what you do for a living. And I'm not ashamed to tell people that you are very beautiful.
Thank you. I'm Jacinta Wambua, and I am a visually impaired person, and I am a special needs educator. I am a podcaster. I am a singer. I am a songwriter, and I am into accessible tech, and I also do disability mainstreaming and advocacy.
Hey, mean you collected all the professions for yourself. Why don't you leave some for others?
Because I want others to take after me.
I like that. So, hey, this is a lady with so many hats. Special needs educator. That is what I like most. Okay, where did you train?
at the Kenya Institute of Special Education.
Okay, so have you been practicing?
Yes, I just got posted with the Teacher Service Commission. Yeah,
Where?
in Buruburu.
Wow.
We did comprehensive.
That's great.
Yes.
I like that. I know the school. I visit you.
You better.
Yeah. So tell me, you've already stated that after we finish our tea, we go back for the dinner. You are going to entertain us. Tell us about this band.
Oh, our band is Epic, the Epic Band, and we are all persons with disabilities, but we come together as professional musicians just to have fun and sometimes do gig performances for corporates and even personal events.
That's great. So you will never have stress at all.
No.
Like that. Entertainment.
Unwinding.
Yeah, when you are in the entertainment part, stress is minimal.
Right.
That's okay. So we want to talk about Enable Conference. Enable Inclusive Conference. So you know all about it. You started from day one up to the last day. Yeah. So just tell us, what can you say about this conference at large?
I feel like it unlocks doors that individuals could never open for themselves. And being affiliated with an organization is one of the best things to happen to me, because with the help of an organization or even with the help of an institution, we get to tap into so many opportunities and we get to interact with people, so many people that everyone out there who lacks the opportunity for different reasons could not have interacted with. So we get to advocate for people who are locked out by opportunities, and it's so exciting.
Great. So you can tell us how have you benefited from this conference, or you didn't benefit at all?
I really benefited. Like I said, today we're doing the entertainment for everybody. It's for the gala night, and I have networked with people from, especially the human resource manager at World Bank. I have interacted with Jane from Live. I am interacting with you right now. I feel like my social network is becoming my network right now. Yeah.
Great. I like that. So, we appreciate the organizers of the conference, and in Swahili we say hakuna kizuri kikosacho kibaya. Maybe you may tell us, was everything just perfect, or there are some things you feel that we need to improve on?
Only thing we need to improve on is let's onboard more people. We want to leave no one behind, and inclusion is about that. So we need to have many people. We need investors and funders to come on board and partner with the organization so that we get to reach out to many people. Other than that, everything has been very good.
Thank you. But I think people were really many in this meeting.
But they are not as many as we would want them to.
But the room was full, so where did you want us to be?
We will expand. We will get funding and we will expand, right?
KICC.
20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. You heard it from the host mouth. This is Jacinta.
Yeah.
And she's very grateful for the organizers of the conference. And she's very grateful that her social network has expanded. Actually, we are grateful to the organizers of this meeting, Enable Inclusive Africa Conference 2026. Yeah. So, can you show your happiness to the world?
Yeah, Enable 2026. Yay!
Okay, thank you so much. We end it there.